Welcome back. Let's study about the average velocity. So what is average velocity exactly? Let us suppose before going to understand about the average velocity, we should first understand about the average. Means how you are going to calculate the average. Like suppose you are getting 3 marks in the first exam, then you will get 4 marks in the second exam, let's say, and in the final examination suppose you will get 5 marks. So how you are going to calculate the average? Our task is to calculate average. Okay, so how we are going to calculate that? So basically what we will do, we will simply add these marks like 3 plus 4 and 4 plus 5, then we will divide. Here is 3 digits like 1 to like 3, 4 and 5, these are the 3 digits, so we will divide it by 3. So how much you will get? 3 plus 4 7, 7 plus 5 approximately it is 12 and divided by 3. So when you cut it, your answer is 4. So this 4 is known as the average. That is the average. In the similar fashion, we will calculate the average velocity also. For this, let us take, suppose you have this cycle, and let's say the cycle is having 2 velocity. Initially the cycle have velocity u. After time t, cycle changes their speed, like the new velocity of the cycle, let's say it is v. So our task is to calculate average velocity. So average, here is average. So how you will calculate average? Average simply means add these two, that is u and v. So this will add u plus v divided by 2, because u and v, u is the one and v is the second. So here is 2 quantities, so therefore we will divide it by 2. So this is the u plus v divided by 2. This is the average velocity. This is the average velocity, right? So this is the way by which you will calculate the average velocity. Now I'll place over here a formula. You can understand very well about the average velocity. You can see over here in this set of example, average velocity, it is the ratio of total displacement to the total time taken. So this is the one formula, right? This is the one formula. Now there is another way to calculate the average velocity. What is this? Initial velocity plus final velocity divided by 2. So this is the second formula. So once again I'll calculate, like suppose the initial speed is u, final speed is v. So average velocity you will calculate. If you want to calculate average velocity, you will simply add these two, and here is 2, so divided by 2. So this is the way by which you will calculate the average velocity. This is the method. This is the method for calculations of the average velocity. Now I'll take suppose one example over here. This example is like, here is a questions for you. If a car changes its speed from 10 meter per second to 20 meter per second. For example, you have a car over here, like this is the car. Okay, this is the car. The car have initial velocity, initially car moving with velocity 10 meter per second. After time 5 seconds, the car changes their speed. So the new velocity of the car, let's say this is given over here 20 meter per second. Okay, so my task is to calculate average velocity. So how you will calculate the average velocity? You have very simple formula. This is the u and here is v. So calculations for the average velocity, you know, average velocity can be calculated by u plus v divided by 2. Now in this case, u is mentioned over here. How much is u? U is 10, right? So u is 10 plus how much v is given? V is 20, right? So placed over here at 20 divided by 2, because 2 variable is given. So 10 plus 20 is 30. So 30 divided by 2, this is become 15. So the answer is over here, the average velocity is 15 meter per second. So this is the answer. Now suppose I'll place over here one more questions for you, and you will solve that and send it back to me. Now suppose you have this car, like suppose you have this car, and this is the car have velocity. Let's say the initial velocity is 30 meter per second. Okay, after time t, the car changes its velocity. Now the new velocity becomes, let's say, the new velocity, that is v, becomes like 40 meter per seconds. So your task is to calculate average velocity. Your task is to calculate average velocity. You will calculate it and send it back to me in the comment section. So I have one method for you to convert kilometer per hour into meter per second. So if you have given 1 kilometer per hour, so if you want to convert kilometer per hour into meter per seconds, you will always divide it by 5 by 18. You will multiply it with this. So your answer is automatically converted into the meter per seconds. For example, I placed over here one questions. Like suppose you have given 54 kilometer per hour, and this you have to be converted in meter per second. So how will you convert that? You will do very simple method. You will write 54 and multiply it with 5 by 18. So 18 1 is 18, 18 3 is 54. So it becomes 5 3 is 15 meter per second. So this is your answer. This is the very unique method by which you will convert kilometer per hour into the meter per second. I will place one more questions for you. Like you have given 72 kilometer per hour and you have to be convert into meter per seconds. So how much meter per second? I'll write suppose x meter per second. So calculate the value of x over here. So what you will do, you will simply write 72 and this 72 multiplied by 5 by 18. So 18 1 is 18, 18 3 is 54, 18 4 is 72. So this is 4. So 5 into 4 is becomes 20 meter per second. So this is the unique method by which you will convert kilometer per hour into meter per seconds. But the question maybe arises how this is possible. So I'll give it to you one best way so that you will understand how the answer 5 by 18 come. Like suppose you have given kilometer per hour. Okay, so here is write 1. So 1 kilometer means 1000 meter, and in 1 hour there is a 3600 seconds. Okay, so 0 cancel with this, 0 is cancel, here is again 0 cancel, so it becomes 10 by 36. When you solve this 10 by 36, 2 5s are 10, 2 1s are 1, 2 8s are 16. So your answer is 5 by 18 meter per second. So this is the way by which you will convert the kilometer per hour into the meter per seconds. Like so now this time you will note that, you will note somewhere in your notebook, please note that 1 kilometer per hour is always equal to 5 by 18 meter per second. This is very important and it is always used in the numerical. Okay, so some of you may be confused how 1 hour is equal to 3600. So you will understand this. In 1 hour there is 60 minute, right? In 1 hour there is a 60 minute, but you will write 60 over here. In 1 minute there is a 60 seconds. So 60 into 60 becomes 3600 seconds. So 3600 second. Okay, I'll just enlarge it, 3600 second. So this is the way. So now you will once again note that in 1 hour, okay, in 1 hour there is a 3600 seconds. Okay, 3600 seconds. This is very important. You should keep it in your mind, right? Please note that. Okay.